This is where we meet one of the most important players in the entire game. So this quickly became a trio alliance. One trio alliance though, as well as Judd, and by a vote, Dave,
with 7.
In order to cause the most amount of drama. Typically, you wouldn't joke around with someone like that, where then they would go and enact plans for not stepping up and being more publicly vocal. Best case in, and Helen nominated Jeremy.
Third nominee.
They were instead just voting for whichever player they wanted to add to be the MVP. This was actually one of the only times in the entire season that, even though Aaron was in power, Aaron locking in that Howard, he immediately went to Amanda and ratted this information out, promising that he would never do it.
Don't freak out. Leslie, Judd, and I formed a deal with Howard and Spencer to flip the house and get you out. Of course, it's not gonna happen, but they think they have me and Judd.
I was so nervous. I was happy because I didn't really trust this Howard.
This was a good move for Andy because 1, he solidified to Amanda that he could be trusted over everyone else, and 2, without Andy, Amanda would have gone home this week. But Andy was successful in stopping the flip.
Howard's standpoint, Howard was really shady and he would talk in weird metaphors that I never understood what he was talking about or who he was talking about. So as a result, he had to go.
Coming into the jury phase of the game at the final 11, unexpected result.
Crap!
Danger here? No, I'm obviously just kidding.
Everyone's friends, but watching Gina Marie and Aaron dance around, dying a little bit inside as I watch it.
If it wasn't clear already, there legitimately was not a person that could win nobody's number one's 4th or 5th target. For Andy, as these were, even though Aaron had said some nasty things in the game, took herself off, meaning that Andy should still have all of his closest allies after the eviction. You see, even though Helen's job of keeping his relationship with Amanda on the DL for the 2nd week in a row,
Candace!
Everyone understand?
Yes.
Then let's get started.
heading into the double eviction at the final 10 week season, 3 AM Alliance was already paying dividends for Andy. Aaron then went on to win the veto as you see, during the prior week, Andy didn't just try pitching to Amanda that Judd should be on their radar. And Judd was blindsided when he was put up as the replacement. I feel like I need to reiterate, Judd was pretty much the 2nd best position player in the entire house. While getting Judd on the block was certainly a group effort to go through with it, and all that was left to do was vote Judd out. Judd, they still really liked him, but they knew what they had to do. Judd was evicted in a unanimous vote of 7-0, putting an end to the double eviction.
Andy, listen to that. I heard it through the door. Don't listen to them.
It doesn't feel right. And so I know that it's the right move, but
And I have to put this person out because they have been playing me.
I'm not playing you. Where'd you get that?
I don't hear.
By a unanimous vote, Judd, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
This was a double eviction for Andy. Game. So house during the double eviction was the best possible case scenario for him, now that his biggest threat was gone. But that was fine with him. Won the veto and had to show his cards. Andy looks like a great ally in that he's putting in his fair share of work. Candace, Judd, Jesse, and Helen all came back inside the house. They were about to compare join the players in the HOH endurance comp, and the last juror standing would re-enter the game. The juror to re-enter the game because Jesse was the first to fall, and after Helen was pushed, it came down to Judd, and the player that ended Judd.
Woo! I'm back in the BB house, and it feels amazing to have a second chance of my dream. I just OVD Party Darty is back.
Whoa, viewed Judd as such a big threat to his game, but Andy didn't see it that way. Instead, he saw an opportunity. The only people that you could to deter Judd from, and it was actually working. Judd didn't know how involved Andy was with his first eviction.
Well, Amanda.
But Andy wasn't going anywhere this week. Andy was in the backyard. Judd, the outsiders of the house. The 4 of them come together to form an Judd where would run the endgame was the Exterminators.
I have a much better shot with you. And that's why I feel like at this point we just...
100%.
Me too.
Bro. The Exterminators. Get rid of rats and snakes.
I'm really hoping that the Exterminators have my back and they vote to get rid of Aaron and keep
Judd. This was going to be a shock to McCrae and Alyssa, so McCrae and Alyssa wouldn't know. Then Judd and Spencer information like that. Alyssa had to be the one that would keep themselves. Eviction night came as HOH.
Amanda.
House guests, the votes are in, and we have a tie.
Backyard to compete in the double eviction HOH. Even though this was the worst case scenario, they had been. Then Spencer and Judd had to nominate Alyssa. Nominate Alyssa alongside Gina Marie. Judd went on to win the veto, and he kept the nominations the same, claiming that she
voted Amanda out.
Stop lying, Alyssa.
What?
Alyssa.
It was a crazy, crazy double. By far the craziest double appear in the season with Judd. That McCrae evicted his own girlfriend, the exterminators found themselves to be in the perfect spot to be in power. While on the topic of the exterminators, of course, Andy threw the competition early on, and he always stuck the landing when he jumped ship. Was about to start the exterminators, and the goal of the alliance, and find success each and every time. And it led to him being